So the first thing I have to do is to get X-ray goggles onto my computer. So I've just opened up a tab in Google Chrome and I need to see my bookmarks bar. If you can't see it, just click on the three dots, go to Bookmarks and put Show Bookmarks Bar. The next thing I need to do then is search for it. So if I search for X-ray goggles and mouse, I'll find the site that I need. And when I click on here, there's some instructions how to do this, but if I just scroll down, all I need to do is to drag that and drop it onto my bookmarks bar. So now I can just go to a website, I click on X-ray goggles, and it'll start to highlight parts of the web page I can edit. So if I want to edit this text here, I just click on there, and now down here I can see the HTML, and that's the text. So you can see there, that bit of text is the same here. So if I start making changes to this, so rather than a semi-final, I could change that to final. I can then update that, and if I press escape, you can see I've now updated that web page, and if anybody came into my room and had a look at this, it looks very, very real. So I can do a screen capture of this page to share it with other people. So now we're going to change the content of this page. We're going to change the image and some of the text. So I've got to find an alternate image. To do that, I can use most images online as long as they've got a URL which is public. Now to do that, I've searched for some images and I'm going to replace this with a picture of this. These guys are called the Goodies. They were from the 1970s. They were comedians and they had a really good program on television. And these that they're fighting with are black puddings. So I just need that image. And to get that image, I need the address for that image. That's the URL which links that image on the internet. And if I go back to my Vikings and I click on X-ray goggles and I just hover over that image, down here I can see this is the image that they've used. So I'm just going to rub that out. So I'm just going to highlight it and delete it, and then I've already copied the other URL. So if I paste it with Ctrl and V, I can see this picture's now gone in there. So now this is what the Vikings look like. And down here I can edit this text. Now this text has been put together in sections, so I'm going to have to edit each bit together. So Viking warriors fought using, that's fine. I want to change long swords to black pudding. So here I can just rub that bit out and put black pudding, and I'm going to change that to bananas. And again, I'm just going to find the bit that I want. So a good black pudding was handed down from father to son, but Vikings also, that's okay. So I'm just going to go to this part that says buried, and I'm going to change that to boiled. Their own. And I can just change that bottom bit and put black pudding. And I'm just going to change that last bit. When they got too soft to fight with. So now if I escape out of there, I can see that when I go to this page about Vikings, here's some very strange looking Vikings, and Viking warriors fought using black pudding and bananas. A good black pudding was handed down from father to son, but Vikings also boiled their own black puddings when they got too soft to fight with. And that's my now updated web page. So I can take a snapshot of that, so I can make it a bit small if I need to. Just take a screenshot and share that with a friend. So here I'm on an iPad and I'm on Safari, and I'm going to add the X-ray link to here as well. So it's slightly different here. So I'll go find X-ray goggles, and again it's the mouse one that I'm looking for. And I scroll down, and here the drag and drop, there's no bookmarks bar here. But if I go to the left hand side and see it looks like a little reading book and click inside there, the first one here is favourites. So what I can do is I can drag that bookmark and drop it into there, and then it'll work just the same. So now if I go to the BBC site, and I'm just going to click on there to minimize that, choose a story that I want to look at. So here I've just gone to the BBC Sports site and some information about the 100, which is a cricket event that was supposed to be starting this season. Again, if I click on the left hand side and onto that reading book and the X-ray goggles, I can see it's activated, and I can click onto that little blue icon again there just to minimize that. And if I click onto here, I can edit it just as I did before. So if I change that and just put Paul Scott said that, and update, I can now see that that's updated accordingly, and all the things I did on the Google version earlier on, you can now do on an iPad as well. Click here for the introductory video for this session. Click here for more takeaway challenge videos, and click here to subscribe to our channel and access to all our content.